Sometimes it takes a few years of gardening to figure out how to best use your space. And now that I have these satellite beds over on the perimeters of our property, I'm thinking these medicinal herbs would be best there so that I can use my best growing space for crops like tomatoes, tomatillos, eggplants, spaghetti squash, right? I'm happy to report we are actually getting more tomatoes setting on. They just started up. So that's wonderful. And look at how happy these tomatoes look. And we are getting our hottest heat of the year right now. These are bags that I had on the tomatoes. It seems to protect from bugs, but not from rats. Got another rat trap set back there. Mr. Painter is at it again. Look at these pomegranates. We're getting a lot of pomegranates, and thankfully our temperatures haven't been higher than 113. We might even get 114 today, I'm not sure, but so far we got great pomegranates going. And now it's a lot easier to see the lemons setting on. They have to get bigger than the leaves, right? Because they're the same color. This morning I counted about 43 lemons, so that is amazing. And there's probably more in there too. This year I've just been home, so I've been able to take care of this tree, including making sure it doesn't dry out, right? There's like a fine line between too much water and not enough water, and water is very expensive here. So we try to be a little conservative with that as well. We topped our fig tree, or I should say each branch on the fig tree. So now we're just waiting for the rest of these figs. There's lots of them to get ripe. And I'm happy to report the finches that I also call the sugar babies seem to have moved on. So hopefully we'll get to eat these too. Over here, our little lemongrass is doing really well. And we're only getting 2 grapefruit this year. I'm pretty sure something ate the grapefruit off this. It was setting on. But we are getting a lot new growth, which is wonderful. I'll definitely be doing some pruning on this in the fall when we're about ready to harvest the grapefruit. I also want to do more grafting onto this rootstock. I'm so thrilled that this one is definitely working. And I'm interested in trying to graft our Anna apple right there, that short, really compact bush, onto this delicious apple. We almost got delicious apples, but again, something ate them off. It's kind of been our theme this year. And over here, we're getting some kumquats setting on along with more bloom. So, yay, kumquats. Let's see if I can find any to show you right now. There we go. There's one right in there. It's kind of hide and seek when they're small and green, right? And hopefully we'll get some more kumquats where these other blooms have been for the past week. We have more eggplant setting on. The Rotunda eggplant has done really well. It definitely likes the pots in the ground better than it did the hanging pots. We've harvested quite a bit and it's still blooming profusely. And our Black Beauty eggplant is doing really well over here. It's setting more on and more blooms. And I have actually seen some bees on these, and I haven't seen the bees on them in the past, which is nice. I do some hand pollinating, which really makes a big difference. Over here are Lang jujubes. These were totally bare root sticks with roots when we got them. The one on the right is doing better. We need to change out some of our bubbler heads. This pot actually on the left has gotten quite a bit of water. And so right now I have that bubbler turned off, and I'm pretty sure it's just some of our bubbler heads are old. So this tree, unfortunately, on the left hasn't gotten quite as good a care as this one, only because of the inconsistency with our watering. Over here we have one lonely pumpkin all by itself so far, but it's possible that we'll be getting another one here. Right there, we'll just see if it took, right? It's just a matter of whether or not it got fertilized. It's looking pretty positive. Only time will tell. And over here, these are our grapes, our Malbec grapes. These look like they're going to be pretty happy right here. And when I see a bad leaf like this, I just cut it off. I probably do need to treat these now. Any bad leaves come off. We don't want to risk any powdery mildew or God knows what else could happen. Any skeletonizers. Exceeding my expectations though. Wasn't even sure if anything would actually live on this wall besides cactuses and roses. Over here we have the sweetness melons that have taken off. No melons yet. Along with our sunflowers. We'll see if the birds eat all the seeds or if we get some. My husband loves sunflower seeds. And over here we have an assortment of the wildflower mix, which is a lot of purslane and basil and some other things that I'm not familiar with. But we do have a couple watermelon here that are growing, so that's great. I would love to get a fresh watermelon and a random celery plant. I don't even know where that came from. But that's about it for our garden update today. Pistachio trees looking better this year than last year. Last year, I think it got a little bit of powdery mildew from the roses that we took off. And also just no extra water on this. It gets what the bubbler system gives it, and that's it. And that seems to make this tree the happiest. This is definitely a desert dweller. I've seen huge fields of pistachios growing in the hottest areas in Arizona, and I know that they also grow them in the desert in Israel as well. So that's our little garden update. And oh, let's go ahead and take a look in our grow room while we're at it. Let's do that. Get rid of these nasty leaves first. There we go, that works. Over here, I've taken some cuttings off the menthol. I've found that when it gets too lengthy, it tends to start looking pretty unhappy. So if you just take cuttings, root them, and plant them again, voila, pretty soon you have a nice bush of menthol. Over here, our cherry tomatoes are doing wonderful. All it took was the addition of our organic spider mite spray, which is onions and cayenne and garlic soaked in water, right? It's very pungent. We have some Swiss chard. We have some bok choy, some rapini, and some cabbage, Chinese cabbage in there. Over here, our Norwegian spinach is still growing really strong. We have some more peppers coming up. These strawberries haven't been as happy, but I just tried the same treatment on them with the spider mite water. I actually watered the strawberries with it last night and then also sprayed them. I have put some more seeds in for a different wild strawberry, which actually might end up being a better strawberry, but we'll see, only time will tell. Over here we have dandelions, and dandelions coming up because now we know just how good dandelions are for you. Don't spray those things with Roundup. Up here we have some peppers going, and the spider mites were hitting these again, but I've got them looking pretty good. You can see the peppers definitely like growing in this space. In fact, they like growing in this space so much that we're growing some more peppers up here. These are going to be Italian, those long, really cool looking peppers. Hopefully, I saved the seeds from store-bought peppers that were wonderful, so we'll see, only time will tell on that one. And this is our Thai chili pepper, which has produced all kinds of peppers. It's blooming again. We just harvested some up there. We have the same cruciferous that we've had going for a while. I don't know that this is actually going to make any cauliflower, so I might just use the leaves in my soups. I tell you, it tastes as good as collard greens. Super good. And more peppers over here. And that's pretty much it. Right now it's about 42% humidity. I just watered. It'll probably drop down to about 22%. It's 80 in here at the moment, but it's probably going to hit 90 in here today when our temperatures outside reach about 113. That's our garden update today. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.